Hello and welcome everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini, topping our news and update on a system in the tropics that we've been keeping a close eye on here at ABC 7. Let's take it right over to Wendy Ross, who's standing by with our first alert weather forecast. Wendy?
Adam, we've been watching this developing over the past several days, and it's actually sitting right over Florida right now. You can see all of the moisture coming on in from the Gulf of Mexico and from the Caribbean, and all of this is streaming up in our direction. So we are going to continue to see all of this moisture that we're experiencing right now across our area. Throughout the day today, we've been watching this upper level low located out here in the Gulf of Mexico and combined with a low pressure system that is just to the north of our area. And these two systems combined are helping to bring about the cloudiness that we've been experiencing and some very strong showers and thunderstorms that have come throughout the day. At this hour, though, things have really calmed down quite a bit, and most of the heaviest rains are located well off coast, off the eastern shoreline, and you can see just a few showers out here in the Gulf of Mexico, and most of the rains we had expected to see and appear across our viewing area throughout the nighttime hours have dissipated out in the Gulf. So right now we are left with fair to partly cloudy skies to cloudy conditions over some parts of the state of Florida, and so across our region right now we're not even seeing rain developing at this hour. So this is the tropical disturbance I'm talking about. It's just to the north of our viewing area. We've got that upper level low pressure system out here in the Gulf of Mexico, and the models are showing that this system is going to be moving off towards the west, and right now there's only a 10% chance that it could develop over the next 5 days as it moves on out into the Gulf. Adam?
All right, thank you, Wendy. A Twitter war has broken out between Donald Trump and the mayor of San Juan, Puerto Rico. The president accusing the mayor of poor leadership one day after she criticized the Trump administration's response to Hurricane Maria. ABC's Linda Lopez shows us the back and forth that continued on Saturday.
There is no unity, at least on Twitter, about the giant relief effort to help millions of victims in storm-ravaged Puerto Rico. President Trump complaining about San Juan's mayor, Carmen Yulín Cruz, tweeting, "Such poor leadership ability by the mayor and others in Puerto Rico who are not able to get their workers to help. They want everything to be done for them when it should be a community effort." Cruz replying,
"I don't have time for idle talk. I'm worried about one thing, saving lives."
Cruz may have set off President Trump by accusing his administration of, quote, killing us with the inefficiency, 10 days after Maria devastated the island. The military official in charge of the relief efforts admitting the cleanup will take a long time.
I've been involved with many disasters. This is the worst I've seen.
Meanwhile, Cruz has been out in San Juan's flooded streets, locating survivors, speaking to residents, handing out supplies. So far, FEMA has distributed more than 1.3 million meals. And the U.S. military is working with Puerto Rican officials and the island's National Guard to reach those still cut off.
We've been distributing fuel, food, and water, and they deserve all the help that we can give them, and they deserve to have it faster.
But the president not letting up, tweeting again Saturday night, results of recovery efforts will speak much louder than complaints by San Juan mayor.
The president and first lady are expected in Puerto Rico on Tuesday. When asked, Mayor Cruz said she has no problem meeting with the president when he arrives. Linda Lopez, ABC News, New York.
All right, and as Puerto Rico's airport system slowly gets back to normal following Hurricane Maria, airlines are also starting to resume flights to and from the island. Tonight, Southwest Airlines will operate its first post-Maria flight from Tampa International Airport to San Juan. Seat availability is extremely limited due to high demand. Many people trying to get to the U.S. mainland to stay with family or get back to school. And a Sarasota business is also stepping up to help the people of Puerto Rico recovering from the storm. Employees from Universal North America, an insurance agency here in Sarasota, collecting essential items to be sent to their hundreds of coworkers, families, and friends in San Juan. Universal has locations across the U.S. and has one location in Puerto Rico's capital city.
We're very close to filling up our first container. We're going to schedule for a second one to go out at the end of the week. So it's been fantastic. And it's been a combination of both friends and family of Universal, which is here in North America. We have about 110 employees here in Sarasota. All the social media exposure that we're getting from everybody that's been involved has brought in just everybody that cares.
And you can donate supplies at the parking lot of their building on Paramount Drive in Sarasota tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Monday. Well, tomorrow marks the final day of the 2017 World Rowing Championships here in Sarasota. Athletes have already taken part in more than 150 races along the way, and the spectators continue to roll in to see the international competition. The World Rowing Championship staff says the grandstands hosted about 10,000 people during the opening ceremonies, 6,000 on Saturday, and they're confident the total number of visitors will reach that 40,000 target that they set before the races began when those races wrap up on Sunday.
It's been so exciting to see the grandstands where we are right now packed, people shoulder to shoulder, screaming, dancing, getting so excited when their country crosses the finish line.
The final races and award ceremonies will be on Sunday, and we are expecting some weather in the event that our area gets some rain. Organizers say the athletes will still race, but there will be a delay if there is lightning in the area. Shoppers at the University Town Center Mall getting a special surprise this afternoon. Some Olympians were among mall goers greeting fans and posing for some pictures. The Olympic rowing medalists coming over from where else? The World Rowing Championships in attendance. Scott Brown, who is one of the most decorated athletes in Paralympic rowing's brief international history. He spoke with us a little bit about how his own accident changed his view on sports entirely.
I mean, I literally didn't even watch sports on TV before my accident. I was no sports at all. It's funny because I didn't get on Facebook until after that, and all these high school friends are like, "You do what?" I'm as stunned as you are. I actually trained for the 2015 World Championships at the same facility. It's beautiful. It was great. I was a little concerned it tends to be windy, but I think it's the time of year because the water's been perfect for us for the championships.
Brown says he'd like to be able to further promote the sport of adaptive rowing through education, and he's hoping to see the talent pool grow both in the U.S. and around the world. Well, guests from the World Rowing Championships and its visitors from around the world were invited to a special event on Saturday night, taking in the sights and sounds of a sunset on the bay.
The way you sweep me off my feet, you know.
That free event bringing together a symphony of live musical performances on the outdoor stage. The goal to give visitors a view and a chance to see the arts and culture of our area. Well, still to come here on ABC 7, a trip to the movies turns ugly when a Colorado mom tries to silence a group of teens, how she ended up in the hospital. Plus, an international vacation spot in limbo as people evacuate the island of Bali due to the threat of a volcanic eruption.
Here we go. We're going to go out there in the rain. You're going to get wet. All right, here we go. Go, bro. Okay, quick. Oh, yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah. We're getting so wet.
Call to see if you qualify to enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan right now. At Humana, we believe great things are ahead of you when you start with healthy. And part of staying healthy means choosing the right Medicare plan. Humana can help. With Original Medicare, you're covered for hospital stays and doctor office visits when you're sick, but keep in mind you'll have to pay a deductible for each. A Medicare supplement plan can cover your deductibles and coinsurance, but you may pay higher premiums than you do with other plans, and prescription drug coverage isn't included. But with an all-in-one Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you could get all that coverage plus Part D prescription drug benefits, all for an affordable monthly plan premium, and in some areas, no plan premium. It's all described in this free book and DVD. Call for yours and discover how an all-in-one Medicare Advantage plan from Humana could save you money. Call 1-800-558-8779.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice single boys. was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers, but you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Tell me how the day unfolds. Traffic fast, or traffic slow. This feeling is so fine, I gotta say. You're just a touch away. You're everywhere, got you everywhere. Everywhere I go, whoa, go. Everywhere I go, whoa, everywhere I go.
Everything all right? Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery? Sure. We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. And it turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
Inside the Century 16 Theater in Belmar by a teen she says was among a group that was crawling over seats and being loud during the movie.
Asked them to be quiet several times and they wouldn't, and I finally just yelled at them to shush.
Another moviegoer told security about the teens, according to Heather, which kept the group quiet for the rest of the movie. But as Heather and her two friends left, one of the ruckus teens confronted her.
She's screaming and just punched me on the side of the head.
Heather says she didn't fight back because she's a foster parent and didn't want to jeopardize her license.
I said, "What are you doing? What is wrong with you?" And she lost it. And she started hitting me again, and she started crying, saying, "Well, you called me ghetto." And
did you call her ghetto?
I probably did.
In the theater?
I probably did.
Eventually, the teen ran off, leaving Heather with a fractured nose, several bruises, and scratches.
For someone to not have, I guess, the mental capacity to use their words to express themselves, to immediately have to go into violence is a scary thing.
A federal judge has blocked a Florida abortion law. If passed, this law could have required people and groups that provide abortion advice to register with the state and give women a detailed explanation of the procedure and alternatives. The judge blocking that law in light of a lawsuit already surrounding it. Opposition claiming it would compel them to make statements that they disagreed with and weren't qualified to make, especially since they don't provide abortions but rather make referrals. Well, we have Wendy Ross joining us again for another First Alert weather check. And Wendy, turned out to be kind of a better weekend than I think what we expected.
There was an expectation that we were going to see showers and thunderstorms and just all this activity, and that has sort of tapered off at this point. And the expectation, too, was that this depression, or not depression, but this area of disturbance was actually going to become stronger and better organized, and that has not happened. So some good news on that front, and as a result, we're left with partly cloudy to fair skies right now across the region, and all the heavy rains are located offshore, especially along the east coast of Florida. You can see those showers and thunderstorms with very strong winds just to the north of the center of that low pressure system, which is now to the north. It's over northern Florida. So it is around the Jacksonville area where the center of it is, and you can see that to the east we're seeing all the heavy rains developing with lightning strikes out in the center of that area of wet weather that is now located out in the Atlantic. On the Gulf side, we're looking at a couple of showers. Most of those are moving towards the west, and nothing is happening along the coastline. So things have been nice and quiet for us throughout the evening hours, and they will continue through the overnight time period as well. We're expecting to see partly cloudy skies. The showers that had been down to the south and west of us that were moving in our direction throughout the evening hours, those have dissipated, so we're not likely to see the rains coming in. But we've got plenty of moisture. The air is saturated. We are looking at high humidity, high dew point levels, And what we've got is an upper level low pressure system out here in the Gulf of Mexico, and you can see the circulation of it. And then we've got that area of low pressure to the north. And so with all of this, we expected to see a tremendous amounts of rain. They're going to be developing throughout the day today and into tomorrow. And now we're tapering off on those thoughts. So what's happened is we've got this tropical disturbance. That's this area here around the Jacksonville area. It's producing all of the rains off into the Atlantic to the east of the center. And then we're watching this low pressure system, and it's going to continue to move on out into the Gulf of Mexico. So we can continue to see the opportunities for rain, but the chances for rain are being reduced, and our chances will be developing during the latter part of the day. So what we're going to be seeing is that we're expecting that this system is eventually going to be moving out into the Gulf of Mexico, but now there's only a 10% chance that it could develop over the next couple of days, and maybe a 20% chance that it could develop over the next 5 days. And so this is where the spaghetti models are taking it, mostly out into the Gulf, and so it'll move on out here and take all of the moisture along with it. As it does so, we're expecting to see some drier conditions developing over Tuesday through Wednesday of next week. But in the meantime, we've got showers that will be developing along the east coast, moving over towards the west coast. There's still plenty of moisture, and poor Texas and Louisiana, they're going to get the showers and thunderstorms developing over their coastline as that low pressure system moves on towards the west. For us, throughout the overnight time period, all the heaviest rains have been located out here, out in the Gulf, and they're moving away from land. So we'll get a couple of showers coming on in during the morning hours over the central part of the state, and they're going to keep on moving towards the west coast. So we do have a chance of rain, and today we got up to a high of 86 degrees because of all the cloud cover. I think there's something wrong with our thermometers, because I do not believe for a moment that it's 54 degrees. I know it's not 54, but I have a feeling there's something wrong with those thermometers. We'll have to get those checked out for you. Winds for tomorrow will be out of the east at 10 knots, seas 1 to 2 feet, moderate chop out on the bay. Temperature out on the Gulf is 86 degrees for the water temperature, 85 degrees for the air temperature. We're going to see some showers, mostly cloudy skies, but for tonight, those showers and thunderstorms are finally beginning to come to an end, and this is what we can expect to see for tomorrow. During the afternoon hours, we've got a 50% chance of showers developing after 3 o'clock. Adam?
All right, thank you, Wendy. We got sports coming up after the break. Stick around.
WWSB ABC7 is an equal opportunity employer, and we're looking for qualified people to join our dynamic team. For a list of current openings and to apply online, visit www.mysuncoast.com/contact/employment. If you're a motivated team player and you want a rewarding career in a fun, fast-paced working environment, WWSB ABC7 could be the perfect fit for you. Check out our list of openings now. Are you a food lover, restaurant goer, or home cook? Then check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, and helpful step-by-step videos. And you'll love the restaurant guide with direct links to your favorite Suncoast eateries. Whether you're cooking in or dining out, whet your appetite with tasty tips from Chef Judy at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Hurricane season is here, and so is the ABC7 First Alert Hurricane Guide.
This essential resource arms you with vital information you need to protect your family and property when severe weather threatens the Suncoast, including how to create your readiness plan and survival kit, shelter locations, what to do with your pets, and important phone numbers.
Visit mysuncoast.com and download the ABC7 First Alert Hurricane Guide.
Brought to you by Batteries Plus, the Florida Lottery, and Sarasota Glass and Mirror.
We answered the call of duty and left our homes to serve in far-off lands. Now, we answer another call, this time at home, in our own communities, to respond in times of chaos. to use our strength, our skills, and our experiences to bring hope amid devastation and destruction. Together, as a team of brothers and sisters, we're continuing our mission to make this country a little stronger and a little better each day. We are Team Rubicon.
That is a pretty good breakfast. You're not even eating.
Not hungry.
No? Why not? What's up?
Kath and I knew that Jenny'd been partying a bit. Found out she tried heroin.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Watch your Suncoast News at 6 on your streaming device for a chance to win a $50 Visa. It's easy. Just watch weekdays at 6 for the word of the week. Then enter the word at mysuncoast.com for your shot at a $50 Visa. We'll pick the winner each week. Good luck. Now, sports.
College football season is a bit newer in Florida than the rest of the nation as schedules continue to recorrect from hurricane season. The Florida State Seminoles missed 2 games and lost 2 others, leaving them winless so far in 2017 and playing from behind early against Wake Forest on Saturday. That's Jocks Patrick fighting forward to get the Seminoles within 2. A couple of field goals would put FSU on top, but here come the Demon Deacons. Matt Colburn finding the edge and putting Wake back on top 19-16. Less than a minute to go in the game. Noles need a field goal to tie it. True freshman quarterback James Blackman wants 6. He airs it out for Auden Tate, and Tate pulls it in. 40-yard game-winning touchdown. It helps Florida State avoid its first 0-3 start since 1976. The Florida Gators thought they solved their quarterback problem last week, but Saturday starter Luke Del Rio didn't even make it through the first half, suffering a broken left collarbone, his second season-ending injury in as many years. Philippe Franks would come in and go 10 for 14 for 185 yards coming off the bench, but it's Florida's rushing attack that would carry them today. 5 touchdowns between true freshman Malik Davis and sophomore LaMichael Pirine, Gators win in the Swamp and improve to 3-0 in the SEC East. Number 18 South Florida is ranked higher than both FSU and Florida, and they could stay that way for another week. The Bulls putting up nearly 600 yards of offense against East Carolina today, including 390 rushing yards, led by Dearness Johnson's 111-yard and 2-touchdown effort. USF extends a school record win streak to 10 games, and they beat the Pirates 61-31 on the road. The Rays are in their final weekend of the 2017 season, but trying to finish on a high note against Baltimore. Brad Miller driving in 3 runs with that 4th-inning laser to right field. It's his 9th home run of the season. Miller trying to end on a high note. The Orioles would climb back to within a run in this game, but Platinum Glover Kevin Kiermaier literally swooping in to save the day with that sliding stop in the 9th. The Rays win it 4-3. Chris Archer getting his first win since July, and the Rays will play their final game of 2017 tomorrow at the Trop. The Milwaukee Brewers lost to St. Louis today, meaning the Colorado Rockies clinched the final spot in this year's MLB playoff picture. And here's a look at the National League lineup. The Rockies will face the Diamondbacks for the chance to play top-seeded Los Angeles in the opening series. And the defending champs, Chicago, have Washington in the first round. And in the American League, the Red Sox clinching the AL East this afternoon. The Twins and Yankees will play the one game to determine who takes on Cleveland in that ALDS. More to come here on ABC 7. Stay with us.
Call to see if you qualify to enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan right now. At Humana, we believe great things are ahead of you when you start with healthy. And part of staying healthy means choosing the right Medicare plan. Humana can help. With Original Medicare, you're covered for hospital stays and doctor office visits when you're sick, but keep in mind you'll have to pay a deductible for each. A Medicare supplement plan can cover your deductibles and coinsurance, but you may pay higher premiums than you do with other plans, and prescription drug coverage isn't included. But with an all-in-one Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you could get all that coverage plus Part D prescription drug benefits, all for an affordable monthly plan premium, and in some areas, no plan premium. It's all described in this free book and DVD. Call for yours and discover how an all-in-one Medicare Advantage plan from Humana could save you money. Call 1-800-558-8779.
Attention type 2 diabetics. The FDA warns of an increased risk of amputation associated with certain diabetes medications. If you took the diabetes medications Invokana or Invokamet and then suffered an amputation or one of these other serious injuries, call the Rely On Group right now. If you've suffered amputation or any of these injuries after taking your diabetes medication, call the Rely On Group today. You may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. The FDA has recently warned about an increased risk of leg and foot amputations associated with the use of certain diabetic medications such as Invokana and Invokamet. If you or a loved one took the diabetes medications Invokana or Invokamet and then suffered an amputation, ketoacidosis, kidney failure, or even death, call the Rely On Group now. We are here to help you get the justice you deserve. You may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-355-8205. That's 800-355-8205.
Florida's coral reefs are declining. Bad news for our oceans and marine life. Fortunately, you can help, and you don't have to dive, you just have to drive. When you purchase Moat's Protect Our Reefs license plate, $25 goes directly to Moat Marine Laboratory, whose research, restoration, and conservation programs are helping this precious natural resource thrive once again. So get your Moat Protect Our Reefs license plate today. You just might hold the key to saving Florida's reefs.
Northland Outdoors is about so much more than the biggest fish or the hottest hunting spots. All across the Northland, there are amazing people with incredible stories to tell. We're going to find those stories and share them with everyone.
Join us each and every week as we explore the Northland and experience some of the most exciting outdoor adventures in the country right here in our own backyard. This is Northland Outdoors.
Download the all-new ABC 7 First Alert Weather app now. The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
The famous face behind Let's Make a Deal has died. Monty Hall passing away on Saturday after suffering a heart attack earlier this summer and shortly after the death of his wife. Aside from hosting the show, Hall was known for being quite the philanthropist. His family says he raised nearly $1 billion for charities over the years. It was his way of paying it forward after a stranger helped him pay his college tuition. He was 96 years old. Pop star Miley Cyrus is returning to her Tennessee roots, both musically and geographically, for the release of her new album, performing songs from her Younger Now album from her hometown of Nashville last night, along with her dad's 1992 mega hit, Achy Breaky Heart. Wow, how the music has changed since. Fans camped outside for hours, hoping to see the singer who grew up in Nashville before becoming a teen television star, now 24 years old with 6 studio albums. Cyrus told her fans that she wasn't running from her old music, but embracing it. Cyrus's new album is available to stream online and buy in stores. And speaking of country music, even more country stars are joining the star-studded lineup of performers looking to lend a helping hand. Jason Aldean, Carrie Underwood, and Lady Antebellum among those several stars who are playing a benefit concert in Nashville to try and raise money for those affected by the recent hurricanes. The Country Rising concert will be held on November 12th. Tickets for that concert at Bridgestone Arena will go on sale next Friday. And there is certainly plenty of ways to spread that around between Texas, Florida, and Puerto Rico. A lot of hurricane relief needed out there. Busy, busy season.
It has been a busy season, and we're still not through it yet. We've got all the way through November to get through, so we've got to do that stuff.
Absolutely. Don't unpack that kit over there.